Monster Jam fans, the first competition is JCB Racing. So each one of our competitors have been seated into a bracket based on a random draw. Now it is important to note 2 of the competitors have received an automatic bye to round 2. The ultimate goal here is to be the last driver standing and earn the first 6 points of this afternoon's event. So Glasgow, I got a question for you. Who's ready for Monster Jam JCB Racing?
We're going to kick things off here in our first head-to-head matchup in the left lane. Make some noise for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. And his opponent there in the right lane. Give it up for Blake Granger, Megalodon. The winner will see Barry Musauer and Black Panther, who had an automatic advancement into round 2. Staging lights are lit at the far end of our race lane. Outside, yellow lights means our drivers need to fire their engines and head to the starting line. When you see 2 yellow lights, that means they're staged and ready to go, and they'll be looking for the green light. Both are staged.
Your winner, Matt Cody, Gravedigger.
Matt Cody, Gravedigger defeats Megalodon's Blake Granger. Take a look at the video board, the official JCB Racing bracket up on the video board. Megalodon and Gravedigger just went head-to-head. Matt Cody and Gravedigger will advance on into the semifinal round to take on Black Panthers' Barry Musauer. And you see our next head-to-head matchup, the final one of round 1, Thor and JCB Digatron. The amazing Spider-Man and Charlie Pocken has an automatic advancement in to the semifinal round. 6 points are on the line for our drivers. The first 6 points this afternoon. We are getting set here for our second head-to-head matchup here in round 1 in the left lane. Let's get loud for Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. And her opponent racing out of the right lane. Make some noise for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. Winner will move on to see Charlie Pocken, the amazing Spider-Man, in the semifinal round as Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor head to the line first, waiting the arrival of JCB Digatron there to the starting line, and we'll be looking for the green light.
Your winner, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
A pretty close race here for Thor and JCB Digatron. JCB Digatron, though, just inches Thor out there to the final, crossing the finish line there first. So he will see the amazing Spider-Man in your semifinal round. So take a look. The official JCB Racing bracket up on the video board. Gravedigger advances into the semifinals to see Barry Musauer and Black Panther. JCB Digatron will advance on in the semifinal round to take on the amazing Spider-Man. The winner of these next 2 matches will then move on to your JCB Racing final round.
The bracket has been set, and it is officially time for the Monster Jam JCB Racing semifinals. So Glasgow, are you ready for more?
We're going to get ready for our first head-to-head matchup here in JCB semifinal round in the left lane for the very first time this afternoon. Make some noise for Barry Musauer, Black Panther. And his opponent there, moving on into the semifinal round from round one, we've got Matt Cody and Gravedigger there in the right lane. They're going to get ready to see who will advance on into your JCB Racing final round. Barmy Sauer and Black Panther was our winner last night. And Matt Cody and Gravedigger looking for his first win in JCB Racing of the weekend. They are currently restaging themselves right now to the line. Both are at the starting line as we get set to go green.
Your winner, Barry Musar, Black Panther.
It seems like he cannot be stopped here when it comes to JCB Racing. Barmy Sauer and Black Panther has entered into the JCB Racing final round this entire weekend, starting Friday, both Saturday, yesterday, and now here on a Sunday afternoon. He goes into your JCB Racing final round. In just a moment, we will see who he will be taking on in the finals. We have one more semifinal race to get through before we head to your JCB Racing final round. We are going to get set here for our last head-to-head matchup in your semifinal round. In the left lane, we have Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron, moving into the semifinal round. And for the first time here this afternoon, make some noise for Charlie Pocken, the amazing Spider-Man. Winner of this race will take on Barmy Sauer and Black Panther in your JCB Racing final round. We've seen JCB Digatron also enter into the final round this entire weekend. They have been going at it, him and Barmy Sauer and Black Panther. Will the amazing Spider-Man and the veteran Charlie Pocken spoil it for JCB Digatron? They are up to the line. Your winner is JCB Digatron. We have seen this matchup every day this weekend here, starting in Friday, moving into yesterday, and now here tonight, JCB Digatron and Black Panther. Glasgow, we want to welcome you to the JCB Racing final round. All 6 trucks battled it out, and these are the final 2. The winner of this matchup will receive their first 6 points of this afternoon, and of course, bragging rights, as they will set the tone and the pace for the rest of the field of competitors here the rest of the event. Are you ready to meet your racing final contenders? In the left lane, he is your 2025 Rising Star Award winner. Make some noise for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. And in the right lane, he's your 2025 Fan Favorite Award winner. Give it up for Bari Musauer, Black Panther. Black Panther has won 2 out of the 3 head-to-heads here in JCB Racing, while JCB Digatron has 1 win. This could tie it up if JCB Digatron wins, or Black Panther's Bari Musauer will then continue on the winning streak. JCB Digatron. Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron evens the score between Bari Musauer and Black Panther. Make some noise for your racing winner, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. He collects the first 6 points this afternoon here with JCB Racing as his first competition win. There he is. Let's hear it for your winner.
Brandon Arthur putting the pedal to the metal and securing yet another JCB Racing win to close out the final event here in Glasgow, Scotland. And pretty much throughout the weekend, you and Bari were battling it out. So what is it about, again, your racing style that allows you to be just so successful?
I don't know, just having fun out here. I can tell you what, it's been awesome to go head-to-head with Bari all weekend. I feel like we faced each other all weekend long, and to be able to go 2 for 2 and 2 for 2 is pretty awesome on the weekend. You know, I didn't want him to get 3 for 1 on me, so I had to go out there and try a little bit. Hopefully we can get this truck figured out. Not sure what's going on. It don't matter. Those crew guys in the back are going to work very hard to get us back out here and get this thing figured out so we can have some more Monster Jam fun out here. I don't know about you guys, Glasgow, but I've had a blast out here this weekend. It's Sunday. We're just getting started. Event 1 done. We still got 3 more to go, and I can tell you what, two-wheel skills is one of the funnest things we get to do out here. We get to bounce these 12,000-pound trucks on their nose, on their back tires, all over the place, walk them up and down, all this thing. So who's ready for some two-wheel skills? Let me hear ya.
Give it up one more time, Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
Congratulations there to our JCB Racing winner, Brandon Arthur. He collects the first 6 points this afternoon there with JCB Digatron. Of course, we'll let you know what's going on with JCB Digatron, but a big shout out to JCB, our official equipment provider as well. Not only of this weekend's Monster Jam, but all of our Monster Jams across the country and around the world. All right, you can see where we stand right now in the BKT overall event leaderboard. Brandon Arthur there sits on top of the leaderboard, followed by Bari Musauer and Black Panther with 5. Now, because Matt Cody, Gravedigger, and Charlie Pocket and the Amazing Spider-Man both completed their semi-final round passes, they both received 4 points. And Blake Granger, Megalodon, and Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor, because they completed their first round pass, they now both receive 2 points apiece. So that's where we stand right now in the chase for the BKT Overall Event Championship. Our second competition coming up will be our Monster Jam Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. And this is where our drivers will have 2 attempts to put down their best tricks. And you, the fans, this will be your first opportunity to help us crown a winner by using judgeszone.com. So right now, if you've got your phone out, make sure you scan that QR code right now. Put in the code GLA, and Christina here in a little bit will let you know how you're going to use that, so you can get ahead of the program, score or get the code up right now. Log on to judgeszone.com if you can't score the QR code as well. You might see some stoppies, poppers, wheelies, bicycles, combinations, maybe the most new inventive move you've never seen before. We will let you know what you see out on the track, but that is coming up next. Monster Jam Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. All right, we just finished JCB racing, but I don't think we're quite done yet with some racing. All right, so each and every one of you, I want you to pick a winner here, all right? Who you think is going to be the winner? Will it be Zombie? Will it be JCB Digatron or Sparkle Smash? Because we are going to play the Mini Jams Racer Challenge. All right, we're going to see who is going to be the winner. So shout out who you think the winner is. Zombie, JCB, or Sparkle Smash? Let me hear it. Sparkle Smash. I heard a Sparkle Smash really loud. All right, sounds good. We're going to count it down from 3, 2, and 1, and we'll see who the winner is. Get ready, get set, go! And they are off. JCB Digatron out front, followed by Sparkle Smash and Zombie. Coming around that first corner, still JCB Digatron. Sparkle Smash way behind. Zombie takes the inside on the second turn, but the wide turn up the berm for JCB Digatron, but he cuts back in. Oh, Sparkle Smash gets the inside. Oh no, Zombie takes it. Zombie is your winner. If you chose Zombie, I want to hear you make some noise. All right, congratulations to everyone who picked Zombie here in our Mini Jams Monster Jam race. Coming up next is our Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. And like I said before, this is your first opportunity to help us crown a winner using judgeszone.com. Now, this is just a reminder how you do it. We're going to have a QR code, and you scan that QR code. You log on to judgeszone.com. If you can't put the QR code up there, there it is. And you put in the code GLA. You're going to see a BKT tire. You're going to slide that BKT tire up or down to the score you think our drivers deserve, and you must click submit. That's the only way you can submit the score. Of course, you'll have 20 seconds to lock in your score, so when you see those ribbon boards around the Oval Hydro Arena turn red, that means you're officially on the clock. Remember, 10 is being the best score you ever seen, the best trick you ever seen, and 1 being not the greatest you ever saw either, all right? So keep that in mind when you're moving that BKT tire up or down. Don't forget to click submit and help us crown a winner. So, are you ready for Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Challenge? Our first competitor coming up, Charlie Pauken, the amazing Spider-Man. Popper, moonwalk, nose wheelie, triple combination, back into a moonwalk. One more attempt remaining there for Charlie Pauken, the amazing Spider-Man. Make some noise for Charlie Pauken, the amazing Spider-Man. Second attempt is the popper off the single log stack and uses kind of that bumper there on the AR4 to hold himself there on top of the Monster Gun, but unfortunately just wasn't able to catch his balance there off of the Monster Gun. Takes a tumble. Nonetheless, get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. The code is GLA. Remember, 10 being the best, one being not the best here when it comes to getting those scores locked in. You can make somewhere in the middle too as well. You can move that BKT tire wherever you think the score should be for Charlie Pocken and the Amazing Spider-Man. All right, they got him back on all fours. Give it up for Charlie Pocken. Show him some love there. He has been in Monster Jam for 38 years here, so big veteran here. Scores are locked. It is a 7.340. His crew chief, Steve Lashinsky, out there as well. He's been a part of Monster Jam for quite some time himself. And he's going to take a once-over look there for the Amazing Spider-Man, Charlie Pocken. Driven a lot of different Monster Jam trucks all over the world here and including back in the States. Let's take a look at the replay here of our two-wheel skills challenge. That single log stack right there. He backs up and gets a good lineup at it and then does the popper, throws those front BKT tires as fast as they can and then clips the back into the popper. Has balance, uses that kind of speed bump right there to balance himself off, and then right there you see that front left tire just not enough, takes the tumble. Crew chief George is back there. He'll be taking a once-over look there, make sure everything's good to go. We're going to get set here. Just a reminder, the score to beat, 7.340. That is the score to beat for the Amazing Spider-Man. Drivers, remember, have 2 attempts. Don't forget to score using judgeszone.com. Use that QR code, and we will let you know what you see out on the track here. Stoppies, poppers, and we just saw that actually. We saw the stoppie, we saw the popper, we saw the moonwalk as well. We saw a nose wheelie, so quadruple combination there for Charlie Pocken and the Amazing Spider-Man. We're going to get ready for our second driver up. It is Barry Musauer, Black Panther. Tries for the popper. You can see it's pretty slick out there, though. One more attempt remaining. Let's hear it for Barry Musauer, Black Panther. Scoring is now open at judgeszone.com for Barry Musauer, Black Panther. Get those scores locked in. 2 popper attempts for Black Panther. Time is ticking down there on the clock. You've got about 11 seconds there. Julian Ramos is having a good time here. You can see the crew guys out there in the back as well. Time to get those scores locked in, judgeszone.com. Score to beat, the Amazing Spider-Man, 7.340. Your scores are locked. Your score for Barry Musauer and Black Panther is a 5.187. Our next driver up, Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. Make some noise for Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. Ribbon boards are red, that means you're on the clock. Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor giving us a sky wheelie there at the second attempt. Time to see what you thought about those two attempts here. The Amazing Spider-Man and Charlie Pocket, still the score to beat, 7.340. Time is ticking down here at judgeszone.com. There she is. Scores are locked. Score to beat, 7.340. The Amazing Spider-Man. Your score for Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor is 6.596. Up next, we've got Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Pop her back into a moonwalk. Give it up for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Scoring is now open, judgeszone.com. You've got about 18 seconds left now. Two popper attempts on different parts of the monster gone. Time to see and get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Do it as fast as you can. The score to beat still is the Amazing Spider-Man, 7.340. That is the score to beat. A few more seconds, we are going to see if Matt Cody can take the lead away. Scores are locked. Your score for Gravedigger is 6.564.
So Monster Jam fans, I know you saw earlier that JCB Gigatron needed to be brought back into the pit area. They did a once-over on that Monster Jam truck and determined it was a transmission fluid line that they needed to readjust. We might actually be able to see the live look-in of the behind the scenes of what happened. Yep, there we go. So again, JCB crew took the JCB Gigatron back into the pit area. They did that once over on it, and as I said, the transmission fluid line is what the issue was. That the transmission is what brings all of the power to the Monster Jam truck, and it's based off of a hydraulic system, which means there's fluid that powers these amazing Monster Jam trucks. So they needed to adjust that, do a once over, clean it, and that JCB Gigatron should be good to go and compete here in the Two-Wheel Skills Challenge, Kay.
Thank you, Christina, for that update, and we are going to get ready here in just a moment. We have 2 more trucks remaining. Hopefully we'll see JCB Gigatron and then, of course, Megalodon. The Amazing Spider-Man is the score to beat, 7.340 here in our Monster Jam Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. And coming up, it is Brandon Arthur, JCB Gigatron. Let's get loud for Brandon Arthur, JCB Gigatron. That second attempt was a nice attempt. The popper into a brief pause for a stoppie. We saw some moonwalk and nose wheelie action there from Brandon Arthur and JCB Gigatron. Time to get those scores locked in. If you've not started scoring, this is the perfect time to get those scores locked in. JudgesZone.com. The score to beat, the Amazing Spider-Man, 7.340. Your score for JCB Gigatron is 8.717. We got a new leader. We have our final competitor coming up. It is Blake Granger, Megalodon. Let's hear it for Blake Granger, Megalodon. He is our final competitor here of our Monster Jam two-wheel skills challenge. It will be between him and JCB Digatron's Brandon Arthur, 8.717. Get those scores locked in here, judgeszone.com. Few more seconds left. Time is ticking down. We saw 2 popper attempts there for Megalodon's Blake Granger. And now, we saw the reverse popper, and then he walked it up, and now time to see what those scores are going to be. Your score for Megalodon, 7.187. That means you're winner of the Monster Jam two-wheel skills challenge. He is perfect so far in the first half. Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron taking the two-wheel skills challenge. A perfect first half, as Kay said. So what are you going to do to kind of up the ante going into the next phase of the competition?
You know what? I'm glad to be back out here. Those UNOX technicians worked real hard to get this truck back out here. Luckily, it was nothing too big, and they were able to fix it real quick and able to come right back out and put this thing right into a two-wheel skills and just have some fun with it. Just really pumped to those guys. They worked real hard all weekend to get all these trucks running for all you guys. And I can tell you what, we still got Monster Jam second half coming up, and it's only getting better from here. We got Donuts and everybody's favorite Monster Jam Freestyle. And Donuts, man, I haven't had very good luck this weekend with them. Maybe we can go out there and spin a couple more extra here tonight and see if we can do a little better than we have the rest of the weekend. But I can tell you what, I'm having a blast out here. It's Sunday. We're all having fun. It's a good day. It's a good day to be at Monster Jam. We're loving every minute of it. Glasgow, how are you guys enjoying Monster Jam so far?
Give it up one more time for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
And get into our best trick competition one more time for Dean Pay, Jared LaRue, and Brody Nibbs.
So Glasgow, we have a rule here when it comes to FMX, all right? The louder you scream, the higher they fly, and the cooler the trick, all right? So I want to get the energy going here in the Ovo Hydro Arena as our FMX superstars start to approach the ramp for their practice jumps leading into the best trick competition. When I count to 3, I need you to scream. 1, 2, 3! Keep the energy going for Jared LaRue. And last down the ramp, we got Brody Nibbs. Oh, with a nice heel clicker. Coming back around is Dean Pate. Let's see what he has in store for his second jump. Some nice air coming off of the ramp before landing on that FMX safety bag. Flexibility and agility are the key here when it comes to our FMX superstars as they do these incredible tricks all over the world. This is an international team. So not only from the States, but literally all over the world, competing, traveling, performing for you amazing Monster Jam fans. With the seat grab, Jared LaRue. I talked about it, the flexibility. He was able to completely arch his back while doing that trick. We got a backflip. Ooh, back-to-back backflips. Back-to-back-to-back. Our amazing FMX riders giving us a nice little taste of what's to come next. So Glasgow, I gotta know, this is our final event of the weekend. Are you guys having fun? We're gonna to kick it up a notch because right now it is time for our best trick competition. So each one of these talented riders is going to have one attempt to soar from one end of the arena to the other. And just like we've been doing with our Monster Jam Superstars, you guys are going to have the opportunity to score them at judgeszone.com. Remember, you only got 20 seconds, so have those smartphones already out in your hands to be ready to rock and roll. So let's check in with our guys. Guys, are you ready to fly? Yeah? Glasgow, are you ready? Let's kick it.
We're going to kick things off with our first rider up, Dean Pate. Dean Pate was our winner actually last night in our best trick competition. So we'll see if he can continue on the streak here. Oh, we will see what he's going to throw down here in the best trick competition. Glasgow, I need you to get loud as you possibly can and make some noise for Dean Pate.
We got the backflip heel clicker to start off the FMX Best Trick competition. Does a full rotation as he's actually upside down is when he releases his legs from the bike, clicks his heels together in front of the handlebars, and then finish that rotation and, of course, lands on that FMX safety bag. So let us know what you guys thought at judgeszone.com.
Scores are locked. Your score for Dean Pate is 8.626. All right, coming up next, we got our second rider up, Jared LaRue. Jared LaRue, our second rider coming up here in the best trick competition. He needs to get a score higher than 8.626, which is now set by Dean Pate. Oval Hydro Arena, I need you all to scream!
Some big air there, grabbing the seat of that FMX bike. Swings his legs behind his body. Moves them side to side before bringing his body back to center, back onto the bike. For our second competitor here in the best trick competition. Now, in your opinion, was that a better trick than that of our current leader, Dean Pate, with the backflip heel clicker? You guys got all the power, all right? So slide that BKT tire up or down. Click submit.
Scores are locked in. Your score to be Dean Pate, 8.626. Your score for Jared LaRue is 8.365. Our final competitor, Brody Nibs. We'll see what he can throw down here in our best trick competition here. Brody Nibs needs to beat a score higher than 8.626, which is now set by Dean Pate. We're going to get set to see what he can come up with. Maybe it will be a new inventive move like the Nibbler. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see what he can come up with. All right. Let's hear it for Brody Nibs.
With the KOD, Kay. It wasn't the new inventive move that you thought of, but it was an exciting one at that for our final competitor here in the FMX Best Trick competition. So he almost does like a handstand. So he's holding onto the handlebars. He fully swings his body upwards in a vertical position, not to be confused with the Superman, which is along the horizontal plane. This is a complete handstand in the air. Really, really cool stuff. So let us know what you guys thought at judgeszone.com.
I love the KOD there from Brody Nibs, and we will see if that is going to be the score that gets him the win. The score to be Dean Pate, 8.626. Your score for Brody Nibs is our winner, Brody Nibs, with an 8.702.
And we're going to have the opportunity to speak with him in just a few moments. But right now, We're going to keep the fun going, all right? It is time for our epic grand finale where each of these talented riders soars through the air, back to back to back in what we call our Monster Jam trains. So Glasgow, are you ready for more? All right, guys, they are lining up, getting ready to soar through the air consecutively. On the count of three, I need a choo-choo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, choo-choo! Glasgow, should we keep it going? All right, guys, let's line it back up. These Monster Jam fans want to see some more action. Here we go. I need you to get loud. All right, Glasgow. How about we do it one more time? If you want to see these superstars soar through the air, I need to hear one more time. Let me hear you. One more time. One more time. Louder. Put your hands together for Jared LaRue, Dean Pate, and of course your BKT FMX winner, Brody Nibs. Congratulations to Brody Nibs, snagging the very last FMX Best Trick competition win of the weekend. It has to feel really good to be on this MonsterGon.
I'm back home. It feels good to be in front of all you guys with a Monster Jam family. We're all sending it. Everyone stayed safe. It's just been a great day.
Now, talk us through that move that you did, because your hands are on the handlebar, but it does look like you're actually doing a handstand in the air, which takes a lot of flexibility in order to do something like that, and overly a lot of control as well.
Yeah, that's actually a very hard trick to learn. You actually, funny enough, a clutch lever is the one thing that keeps you attached to the bike with one finger. That's your balance point over everything, but it's basically learning the motion, the timing with the bike, and also the gymnastic ability.
Now, I know there's a lot of young kiddos here who see our Monster Jam superstars. Now they get to see our FMX riders. So if they want to get involved, you know, how did you get your start as a kid? So if you have some advice you want to give the kiddos in the arena who might want to do this one day.
I mean, I started just like everyone else. I was just in the field with my dad with a little 50cc bike. And slowly we found the right people, went to racetracks and stuff like that. And then at some point the obsession took over, and this is my life now.
And it's an amazing life at that. Give it up for your FMX winner, Brody Nibs. All right, Monster Jam fans, I hope you're warmed up for our next competition. It's time to get a little dizzy here at Monster Jam. Of course, it's Monster Jam Donuts. We're looking for speed, acceleration, and what I personally like to call the razzle-dazzle wow factor. So Glasgow, who's ready for Monster Jam Donuts?
Our first competitor coming up, it is Blake Granger, Megalodon.
there for Blake Granger, Megalodon. What a way to kick off Monster Jam Donuts. You guys got to head on over to judgeszone.com and lock in those scores.
13 revolutions. He said in the pit party he was going to try for 13. And listen, that might not be the lucky number for some of us, but that is his lucky number, 13 revolutions. He starts off slow and then progresses into some of the fastest donuts we've seen this weekend. So, wow, what an amazing start to the donut competition as we await the official score here at judgeszone.com. All right. Time is ticking down. Scores are locked. Your score for Megalodon is, wow, 9.082. What a way to start things off. Score to beat, 9.082, as we get set to see our second driver up. It is Barbie Sauer, Black Panther.
Let's get loud for Barbie Sauer, Black Panther. Putting the pedal to the metal, giving Blake Granger a run for his money on that one. Let's see what you guys thought at judgeszone.com.
Christina, Black Panther also got 13 revolutions. So now it's up to you to decide, fans here in Glasgow, which donut was better. They are burning rubber out here in the donut competition. Waiting to see the official score here. Both had 13 revolutions. Scores are locked. Your score to beat Megalodon, 9.082. Your score for Black Panther is 8.738. Our next driver up, it is Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
Keep it going for Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron. All these drivers right now for the final event, they are coming to win it. Some impressive donuts we've seen so far, but remember, you guys have all the power. So go ahead to judgeszone.com, slide the BKT tire up or down, and click submit on the score that you feel he deserves for that run.
7 revolutions there for Brandon Arthur and JCB Digatron. And now it is time to see your scores here at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked. Your score is a 7.912. Our next driver up, it is Matt Cody, Gravedigger.
Let's get loud for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Head on over to judgeszone.com. Remember, you get about 15 seconds left to lock in those scores for the black and green wrecking machine. Some awesome revolutions and great speed that we're seeing from all of our competitors at this point. Kay, those BKT tires are coming off of the ground, so we're seeing a lot of cyclone action.
We definitely are, but we saw something just new here for the first time. Matt Cody and Gravedigger actually had his steering wheel out of the window. So do you give them more style points, Christina, for that, even though he didn't have 13 revolutions?
I don't know, Kay. It's up to our fans, but for me, that's what I like to identify as the razzle-dazzle wow factor.
My favorite there. All right, the scores are locked. Your score to beat Megalodon, 9.082. Your score for Gravedigger is an 8.496. Our next driver up, Charlie Pauken, the amazing Spider-Man. Let's hear it for Charlie Pauken, the amazing Spider-Man. 7 revolutions for the amazing Spider-Man and Charlie Pauken, but he definitely got a lot of cyclone action. So does that even it out here when it comes to you getting those scores locked in? We will find out. He had tons of speed and a lot of cyclones, but only 7 revolutions. So what do you care more about? Do you care about the style, or do you care about the revolutions? That will be up to you to decide at judgeszone.com. Your scores are locked. Megalodon is still the score to beat. Spider-Man's score is 8.611. Our final competitor coming up, Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. Let's hear it for Chelsea Van Cleve. Thor just got a little too close there to Matt Cody and Gravedigger during her donut run, so cut short there for Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor. Nonetheless, you can get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Here for our final competitor of our donut competition, Blake Granger and Megalodon is the score to beat, 9.082. As we calculate your scores here at judgeszone.com, your scores are locked. Your score for Thor is, you gave her a score of 5.602, which means your winner of donuts, Blake Granger, Megalodon.
Blake, with that donut win, that puts you currently in third place. You can see it up there on the leaderboard. So you got a little dizzy. You kind of saw a similar pattern to that of yesterday where you were the first one out and maintained the lead the entire time.
Yeah, you know, it's always fun getting to go out there and cyclone a 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, especially when you're doing it in front of some of your best friends right here at Monster Jam. But, you know, I feel like I let you guys down in two-wheel skills, man. I get to compete at World Finals in two-wheel skills, and to come here and fail doesn't feel good. You know, I want to do way more for you guys, but hey, we had to make it up in donuts, and we came out here and cycloned that shark. You know, when they're chasing that meat and that food, they're spinning in a circle trying to eat their prey, and that's exactly what we just did.
And of course, we got to keep this momentum going if you want to walk away as the BKT overall event champion. So what are you going to throw down in freestyle?
Most definitely. You know, we've won two of the three freestyles so far this weekend. And you know what? That's my absolute favorite thing in the world is Monster Jam Freestyle. We're coming off a Freestyle World Championship just in July in Salt Lake City, Utah. And you know what? We're the baddest in the world right now at Monster Jam Freestyle. And you're going to get to see it here first, right here in Glasgow, Scotland. And I can't wait for that light to turn green, to me to let that shark eat, because we're hungry, we're having fun. Are you guys having fun here in Glasgow? Let me hear you.
Congratulations to Blake Granger and Megalodon taking the donut win here, which again, reminder, puts him in the third spot, but JCB Dickatron still the score to beat there in the BKT overall event leaderboard with 14. The Amazing Spider-Man currently sitting 1 point behind him though, and then 2 points behind our leader is Megalodon. Black Panther, Gravedigger, and Thor round out your 6 competing drivers. It will come down literally to this final competition, and that is Monster Jam Freestyle. Now keep in mind, our drivers must complete 15 seconds of their run to qualify for a score. This is your last opportunity to use judgeszone.com. You need to be looking for the creativity, the big air, the wow moments, the use of the entire Monster Gun, and even technical moves that you might have seen in our Monster Jam 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Combinations is going to play a factor as well, and of course, time. Do they fulfill the entire clock? All right, Monster Jam Freestyle is coming up in just a second. All right, it is time for all of you to play a game with me. It's called the Helmet Shuffle. We're going to hide a trophy underneath a helmet, and you are going to see if you can pick where that helmet and that trophy is. So they're shuffling around. It was under number 2. Don't sneeze. Don't close your eyes. Don't blink. Don't blow your nose. Okay, what number is it? Oh, it's moving still. It's shuffling around. Did you lose it? I'm not very good at this game. I keep forgetting that it is shuffling and shuffling. All right. 1, 2, or 3? 3? You said 3? You said 2. 3. You said 2. All right. Any others? I see some 2s over there. I see some 2s up there. Okay, let's see who is right. Is it under number 3? No. Not number 1, it is under number 2. Congratulations to all my number 2s out there. If you pick number 2, make some noise. There you go, you got it. All right.
Well, Monster Jam fans, we're having just the best time. And right now, it is time for each and every one of you to help us get Monster Jam Freestyle started. So here's what I need. Take out those smartphones. You've had them in your hand all event long, all right? You're going to turn on your flashlights, just like my friends over here. They got their flashlights turned on. And you're going to follow my lead. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going. Stay on that beat. Glasgow! We've reached the pinnacle of the event! This is Monster Jam Freestyle!
Seconds left on the clock.
Let's hear it for our first competitor, Monster Jam Freestyle, Bari Musauer, Black Panther. Scoring is open at judgeszone.com. Okay, that was a fun way to end it. He started with that drift, and then he drifted right to the log stack.
I thought this was a very stylish approach to freestyle.
Wait, we have to use Bari's phrase. Finesse.
Finesse.
There was a lot of finesse.
There was a lot of finesse in that freestyle run. And definitely some big air as well. So keep that in mind as you use judgeszone.com for our first competitor, Bari Musauer and Black Panther. Scores are locked. Your score for Black Panther is an 8.309. Coming up next, it is Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor. "21 seconds left." You saw some nice air there. You've got some, oh, excuse me. We are done with the run here.
So getting word that there was a broken sway bar on that Monster Jam truck, which means she will not be able to continue. However, she does qualify for a score. So all you got to do is scan the QR code or go to judgeszone.com, slide the BKT tire up or down, click submit, show us some love, Monster Jam fans. Chelsea Van Cleve, Thor.
She had some bicycle moves there too as well. So Chelsea Van Cleve is waiting for your scores here at judgeszone.com. Black Panther, Barbie Sour, the score to beat is 8.309. And so we await your scores. Go GAL. And of course, if you've not started scoring, you can do so at any time. Scores are locked. Your score for Thor is 6.931. All right, so we're going to take Chelsea Van Cleve and Thor back. Of course, we won't see her in the rest of the competition, but a broken sway bar is essentially kind of like your elbow, right? So it looks like your arm, and it's got a up and down kind of 90-degree angle where that is able to kind of move with the shocks on your Monster Jam truck. Now, there is a sway bar arm adjuster, which is more like, I would say, maybe your forearm or even that part, the forearm. And so what you can do is actually, you can adjust it. So if you see one of these Monster Jam trucks leaning to one side or the other, that sway bar arm adjuster actually adjusts and put it back to level again with the sway bar arm helping move that Monster Jam truck with the shocks up and down. So it is a really quick fix, actually. So if we had one more competition, she would actually be able to come back into the competition. It only takes about 10 minutes to fix a sway bar arm. All right, our next competitor is coming up here to the track, and it is Charlie Buchan, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Let's get loud for Charlie Buchan, the Amazing Spider-Man. Head on over to judgeszone.com.
Great save there at the final end with the popper into the nose wheelie. Looked like he might have was about to take a tumble, but was able to save it. And then we saw the donuts after time was expired. So that is Charlie Buchan and the Amazing Spider-Man. Bari Musauer and Black Panther is the score to be 8.309 as your clock is ticking down here at judgeszone.com. Scores are locked. Your score for the Amazing Spider-Man is good score, 8.611.
Monster Jam fans, I'm hanging here with Gnome, and he's having a great time. I'm having a great time. You might have seen him flex before, and right now he's going to help us announce our next competitor. Give it up for Grave Digger!
20 seconds left as he lines up for the backflip. Tries to save it, can, makes the noise for Matt Cody, Gravedigger. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Goes for the backflip, corkscrews, tries to save it, and just tumbles over. Nonetheless, a great freestyle there for Matt Cody and Gravedigger. And now it is time for you to decide if the score was better than that of Barney Musauer and Black Panthers, 8.309. Get those scores locked in, judgeszone.com. Our JCB recovery team out there to get them back on all fours. Time is ticking down here. Code GLA. Scores are locked. Your score for Gravedigger is 8.969. New leader.
I'm hanging here right now with Rudy and Rosie, and they're having a great time here at Monster Jam, and it's actually Rudy's birthday. So on the count of 3, can everybody yell, happy birthday, Rudy? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And Rudy, can you tell everybody, you have a favorite Monster Jam truck. What's your favorite truck? Thunder Roarers. It's one of our trucks that are back domestically. That's a really great one. And what about you, Rosie?
Yeah, my favorite is Megalodon.
Megalodon's a great one. All right, we're going to have some fun with driver trivia. So let's turn around. We're going to look at the video board, and a driver is going to actually answer you a question. All right, Glasgow, help them out a little bit. Yell out the answer, A, B, C, or D. Let me hear you, Glasgow. All right, let's turn back around, Rudy. Rudy, turn back around. Let's find out. Rudy and Rosie, what's the answer?
C.
C. C. C. C. All right, let's see if they're right. Congratulations, you guys got it right. So guess what? I'm sending you home with some awesome Monster Jam prizes. So Rudy, you're going to go home with Thor, and that one's actually signed by Chelsea Van Cleve, the driver of Thor. I'm sending you home with an Iron Man hat. Monster Jam fans, give it up for Rudy and Rosie, going home winners here at Monster Jam Ramped Up.
Our next driver up, it is Brandon Arthur, JCB Digatron.
Dig it. That was Brandon Arthur, JCB Ticketron. Head on over to judgeszone.com to lock in those scores. Remember, you guys, this is your chance to compare what you've seen so far with our current competitor down there on the track. So lock in those scores.
All right, the clock is ticking down here at judgeszone.com. And the score to beat, of course, Matt Cody and Gravedigger, you gave him an 8.969. So when you're getting those scores locked in at judgeszone.com, you have to compare and contrast each of those runs as well. Scores are locked. Your score for Brandon Arthur and JCB Ticketron is 7.797. Still in the lead is Gravedigger. We have one more truck remaining before we crown a freestyle winner and an overall event champion. It is Blake Granger, Megalodon. Clock is paused right now, 33 seconds, a hard hit for Megalodon. And we're gonna get our USHRA safety official to grab that piece off the monster gun and continue on this run here for Blake Granger and Megalodon. He says, come on, cheer him on, get him pumped up. Green light for him, he can continue on his run whenever he wants. 33 seconds to left here. For Blake Granger, Megalodon tries to save it there at the end. Little bit of a bicycle. And now it will be up to you to decide, is it going to be Megalodon or will it be Gravedigger's Matt Cody? That is an 8.969. That is the score to beat. And of course, Megalodon showing up and showing out here once again, Blake Granger. But it's going to be close because you did see the backflip attempt there from Matt Cody, who threw down an epic freestyle run. Big scores from you fans here at judgeszone.com. Our final competitor of our Monster Jam freestyle competition. This is for also the very last Monster Jam Ramped Up BKT Overall Event Championship 2 as well. Scores are locked. Your score for Megalodon is remember, we are going to crown a freestyle winner and overall. It is an 8.436 for Blake Granger at Megalodon, which means your winner of freestyle, Matt Cody, Gravedigger. So we're going to put those 6 points towards the total and crown a BKT overall event champion for the very last time here for Monster Jam Ramped Up for 4 in JCB Racing, 5 in the two-wheel skills challenge, 4 in the donuts, and 5 in freestyle for a total of 16 points. Glasgow for the final time here in the last 2 weeks for Monster Jam's Ramped Up. Your BKT overall event champion is For the first time here this weekend, it is Charlie Pauken, the amazing Spider-Man.
Charlie, congratulations. Going off of last week, you took the final one in Birmingham, UK, and now here you are taking the last one here in Glasgow, Scotland. It has been an amazing couple of weeks. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. Boy, thanks for everyone coming out here. You are making history every time we do this, and I can't thank you guys enough. It's been a pleasure. The pit party was off the hook, seeing everybody, the smiling faces, signing autographs for you, taking the pictures. I love to see the pictures on social media, so if you can put them out there, that's great. Hats off to George, my technician this weekend. He did an awesome job. I can't thank him enough. But mainly, like I say, it's you, our Monster Jam fam. You are our family. You're what makes Monster Jam what it is. And I thank every single one of you for this. It's been a pleasure. This is history in the making. You guys rock. Woo!
Congratulations to Charlie Pauken, the amazing Spider-Man, taking home your BKT overall event championship here for the final time for Monster Jam Ramped Up. It has been an exciting afternoon of Monster Jam action, and of course, on behalf of all of our drivers, everyone here at Monster Jam, in front of the camera and behind the camera as well, we want to thank you so much for making these last 2 weeks here in the UK for Monster Jam's Ramped Up memorable as we brought it back here for the second time in a row. On behalf of Christina Moore, I am Kay Young. Glasgow, thank you so much, and we hope to see you at our next Monster Jam Ramped Up.